Good morning, beautiful soul. As the sun rises on this brand new day, I want you to know that you are exactly where you need to be in this moment. Whether you're sitting quietly with your morning coffee, taking a few peaceful moments before the world awakens, or finding this time of connection as your day begins, you are here for a reason. Your heart has called you to this space because something deep within you knows that you are ready for more. You are ready for abundance. I understand that the word abundance might bring up different feelings for you right now. Perhaps there's a little flutter of excitement mixed with some doubt. Maybe you're thinking, but Louise, I've tried so many things before and nothing seems to change. Or perhaps you're feeling that familiar heaviness that comes when we think about money, success, or having more than we currently do. These feelings are completely natural, and I want you to know that whatever you're experiencing right now is perfectly okay. You see, abundance isn't about convincing yourself that everything is perfect when it isn't. It's not about pretending that challenges don't exist or that you haven't struggled. True abundance work begins with exactly where you are, with complete honesty and gentle compassion for your journey. This morning is your opportunity to plant new seeds in the garden of your consciousness, seeds that will grow into a life of greater ease, joy, and yes, material abundance too. Take a deep breath with me right now. Feel your body settling into this moment. Notice how simply breathing can shift something inside you. This is the power you have, the power to choose how you meet each moment of your life. And this morning, you're choosing to meet this moment with openness to abundance. That choice alone is already changing something within you. The truth is, abundance is your natural state. You were born to thrive, to receive, to experience the fullness of life. But somewhere along the way, many of us learned that wanting more was selfish, that we should be grateful for what we have and not ask for anything else, or that we simply aren't the kind of person who gets to have abundance. These thoughts became like invisible walls around our hearts, keeping out the very thing our souls long for. This morning is about gently dismantling those walls, not with force or struggle, but with love and understanding. We're going to explore together what abundance really means for you and how you can begin to open your arms wider to receive all the good that life wants to give you. Because life does want to give to you. The universe is abundant by nature. Look at the endless stars, the countless flowers, the infinite ways that nature provides and renews itself. You are part of this same abundant universe. Now let's talk about what abundance truly means, because this understanding will be the foundation for everything else we explore together. When most people think about abundance, their minds go immediately to money. And yes, financial abundance is certainly part of the picture. Having enough money to live comfortably, to feel secure, to be generous with others, and to pursue what brings you joy. These are beautiful aspects of abundance. But abundance is so much bigger than our bank accounts. Abundance is waking up feeling grateful for the breath in your lungs. It's having energy to engage with your day. It's feeling connected to the people you love. It's having ideas that excite you and opportunities that call to your heart. Abundance is feeling at home in your own skin, knowing that you matter, that your presence makes a difference in the world. When we expand our understanding of abundance this way, something wonderful happens. We begin to notice that we already have some abundance in our lives right now. Maybe it's the abundance of a warm bed to sleep in, or the abundance of clean water flowing from your tap, or the abundance of knowledge available to you through books and conversations. This isn't about being satisfied with less than you want. It's about building your abundance consciousness from a place of appreciation rather than desperation. You see, the energy from which we seek abundance makes all the difference. When we approach abundance from a place of lack, fear, or proving our worth, We often push away the very thing we're trying to attract. But when we approach abundance from a place of gratitude, self-love, and natural expectation of good, we become magnetic to more abundance. Think about someone you know who seems to effortlessly attract good things into their life. What is it about their energy that feels different? Often, it's that they expect good things to happen. They believe they deserve to be happy, healthy, and prosperous. They don't question whether they're worthy of love or success. They simply assume that life will provide for them, and it does. This doesn't mean they never face challenges or that everything always goes perfectly, but their relationship with abundance is different. They trust that even when things are difficult, there's something good coming. They know that setbacks are temporary and that their worth isn't determined by their current circumstances. Your relationship with abundance was formed very early in your life, often before you could even speak. You absorbed messages about money, success, and worth from the adults around you. Maybe you heard phrases like, "Money doesn't grow on trees," or "We can't afford that," or "Rich people are greedy." Perhaps you witnessed stress and arguing about finances, or you felt the heaviness that came over your family when bills arrived. These early experiences created neural pathways in your brain about what abundance means and whether it's safe or possible for you to have it. If abundance felt scary, dangerous, or out of reach in your childhood environment, part of you might still be operating from those old programs, even though you're now an adult with the power to create your own experience. But here's what I want you to understand. Those old programs are not the truth about you. They were simply survival mechanisms that helped you navigate your early environment. Now, as an adult, you have the beautiful opportunity to choose new thoughts, new beliefs, and a new relationship with abundance. This is where forgiveness becomes such a powerful tool, not forgiveness that says it was okay for any pain you experienced, but forgiveness that frees you from carrying the weight of the past into your present and future. When we hold on to resentment about our past financial struggles, or anger toward those who had more than we did, or shame about our own financial mistakes, that energy stays in our body and affects our ability to receive abundance now. Forgiveness is like cleaning the windows of your house. The sun is always shining, but if the windows are dirty, very little light gets through. When we clear the emotional residue from our past abundance experiences, we allow more light, more abundance to flow into our lives. This doesn't mean you need to forget what happened or pretend it was all fine. It means you're choosing to release the emotional charge around those experiences so they don't continue to limit your current abundance capacity. You can acknowledge that perhaps your family did the best they could with what they knew at the time. You can appreciate the lessons you learned about resourcefulness or gratitude without needing to stay stuck in the limitation patterns. One of the most powerful ways to begin this release process is to simply speak to your past self with compassion. That little child who learned that abundance wasn't safe or possible was doing their best to understand a complex world. They formed beliefs that made sense at the time. Now, as your adult self, you can gently let that child know that those old beliefs served their purpose, but they're no longer needed. You might say something like, "I understand why you learned to be afraid of not having enough. You were just trying to feel safe. But now I'm here, and I'm capable of creating security and abundance in new ways. You can relax now. I've got this." This kind of inner dialogue might feel strange at first, but it's incredibly healing for the parts of you that are still holding on to old fear patterns. Another powerful release practice is to forgive yourself for any abundance mistakes you feel you've made. Maybe you spent money you didn't have, or made investments that didn't work out, or chose a career path that didn't provide the financial security you hoped for. These experiences might have reinforced beliefs that you're not good with money or that abundance isn't meant for you. But what if those experiences were exactly what you needed to learn what you needed to learn? What if every financial challenge taught you something valuable about what you truly want, or helped you develop resilience, or guided you toward a deeper understanding of what really matters to you? When we can look at our past abundance challenges as part of our learning and growth, rather than evidence of our limitations, something shifts. We stop carrying shame about where we've been and start feeling curious about where we're going. We begin to trust that we're capable of making different choices now because of what we've learned. This shift from shame to curiosity is one of the most important movements we can make in our abundance journey. Shame keeps us stuck, convinced that we're fundamentally flawed or that we don't deserve better. Curiosity opens us up to new possibilities and helps us approach abundance as an adventure rather than a test we might fail. As you allow yourself to release these old limitation patterns, you create space for something new to grow. It's like clearing weeds from a garden before planting new flowers. The space that was once occupied by old fears and limiting beliefs can now be filled with fresh thoughts, new possibilities, and an expanded sense of what's available to you. This clearing process isn't always comfortable. Sometimes old emotions come up as we release them. You might feel sad about opportunities you think you missed, or angry about ways you felt limited, or scared about opening up to more abundance. All of these feelings are part of the healing process. The goal isn't to avoid these emotions, but to move through them with compassion and support. Think of this emotional release like a gentle rain that washes the air clean after a long, dusty period. At first, the rain might stir up some dust and make things feel a bit messy. But as it continues, everything becomes cleaner, fresher, more alive. Your abundance blocks are dissolving in the gentle rain of your own loving attention. As we continue this beautiful journey together, I want to share something with you that might surprise you. Your body has been keeping score of every thought you've ever had about abundance. Right now, as you sit here, your muscles, your breathing, your nervous system are all responding to how you feel about money, success, and receiving good things in your life. Place your hand on your heart for a moment and notice what happens in your body when I say these words. I am worthy of abundance. Did you feel any tightness in your chest? Any tension in your shoulders? Maybe your breathing became a little shallow, or you felt a knot in your stomach. This is your body's way of showing you where old abundance beliefs are stored. Your body is incredibly wise. It remembers every time you felt stressed about money, every moment you worried about having enough, every instance when you felt you didn't deserve something beautiful. These experiences create patterns of tension that can actually block the flow of abundance in your life. But here's the wonderful news. Your body also has an incredible capacity to heal, to release, and to return to its natural state of openness and receptivity. When we carry tension around abundance, it affects us in ways we might not even realize. You might notice that your jaw clenches when you pay bills, or your shoulders rise when you think about your financial goals. Perhaps your breathing becomes restricted when you're in environments where people seem to have more than you do. These physical responses are your body's way of trying to protect you from perceived threats, but they can also create barriers to receiving the abundance you desire. Your nervous system doesn't distinguish between a real physical threat and the threat you feel when you think about not having enough money. Both situations trigger your fight or flight response, flooding your body with stress hormones and causing you to contract rather than expand. In this contracted state, it becomes much harder to notice opportunities, to feel open to receiving, or to take the inspired actions that lead to abundance. But when your nervous system feels safe, When your body is relaxed and open, you naturally become more magnetic to abundance. Your energy shifts, your presence changes, and you begin to notice possibilities that were always there but hidden behind the fog of tension and worry. This is why working with your body is such an essential part of creating abundance in your life. Let's do something together right now that will help your body begin to remember its natural state of abundance receptivity. Take a slow, deep breath through your nose, allowing your belly to expand as you breathe in. As you exhale through your mouth, let your shoulders drop and soften. Notice how even this simple breathing shift affects how you feel. Now, as you continue breathing slowly and deeply, bring to mind something you already feel abundant about. Maybe it's the love in your life, the beauty you can see around you, or simply the fact that you woke up this morning with another day to experience life. Feel that sense of abundance in your body. Notice how your chest opens, how your face softens, how your whole being seems to expand when you connect with feelings of abundance. This expanded, open feeling is your body's natural abundance state. This is how your nervous system responds when it feels safe to receive, when it knows that good things are available and that you're worthy of them. The more you can cultivate this physical state of openness, the more you signal to the universe that you're ready to receive abundance in all forms. Throughout your day, you can use your breath as a bridge back to this abundant state. When you notice tension arising around money or success, simply pause and take 3 deep breaths, allowing your body to soften with each exhale. This isn't about forcing positive thoughts, but about creating the physical space for abundance to flow more freely in your life. Your posture also communicates to both your subconscious mind and to the world around you how open you are to receiving abundance. When we feel unworthy or afraid of abundance, we often make ourselves smaller, hunched shoulders, collapsed chest, downward gaze. But abundance has a different posture. It's open-hearted, shoulders back not in defiance but in confidence, head held with gentle dignity. Practice standing or sitting in your abundance posture right now. Feel your spine lengthen, your heart center open, your breathing deepen. This isn't about puffing yourself up or pretending to be something you're not. It's about embodying the truth of who you are, a being worthy of all good things. Your body language is constantly communicating to your subconscious mind, and when you practice abundance posture, you're telling your deepest self that you're ready to receive. Now that your body is more open and receptive, let's move into the heart of this morning practice, the affirmations that will help rewire your consciousness for abundance. Affirmations aren't magic spells or empty positive thinking. They're loving declarations of truth that help you remember who you really are and what's truly possible for you. The most powerful affirmation you can speak this morning is also the simplest. I am ready for abundance. These 5 words contain everything you need to begin transforming your relationship with receiving. You're not saying you're already abundant in every way you desire. You're declaring your readiness to receive abundance. This readiness is what opens the door. As you speak these words, I am ready for abundance, feel them in your body. Notice what shifts, what opens, what relaxes. Say them again, this time with your hand on your heart, sending love to the part of you that might still be scared to want more. I am ready for abundance. Each time you repeat this affirmation, you're creating new neural pathways, new patterns of thinking that support your abundant life. Another powerful morning affirmation is, I deserve abundance in all forms. This addresses one of the deepest blocks many people carry, the belief that they're not worthy of good things. Your worth isn't something you need to earn through suffering or struggle. You were born worthy of love, joy, prosperity, and all good things simply because you exist. When you speak the words, "I deserve abundance in all forms," you might notice resistance arising. A voice might say, "But you made mistakes," or "But you're not special," or "But others need it more than you do." This is your old programming trying to keep you safe in familiar limitation. Simply acknowledge these thoughts with compassion and return to your affirmation. I deserve abundance in all forms because you do. My abundance benefits everyone around me is another transformative affirmation because it addresses the false belief that your prosperity somehow takes away from others. The truth is, when you're abundant, you naturally want to share, to support, to lift others up. Your abundance becomes a gift not just to yourself, but to everyone whose life you touch. Feel the truth of this in your body as you speak it. My abundance benefits everyone around me. Notice how this affirmation expands your energy rather than contracting it. When we believe our abundance serves the greater good, it becomes much easier to receive it without guilt or shame. I trust the perfect timing of my abundance helps you release the anxiety and urgency that can block abundance flow. When we're desperate for abundance to arrive on our timeline, we often push away the very opportunities that are trying to reach us. This affirmation helps you relax into trust, knowing that abundance is always flowing toward you in perfect timing. As you speak, I trust the perfect timing of my abundance. Feel yourself settling into patience and faith. Your abundance might arrive as a new opportunity tomorrow, or it might unfold gradually over months. Either way is perfect because your abundance journey is unique to you and aligned with your highest good. The key to effective affirmation practice is repetition with feeling, not just mechanical recitation. Each time you speak these abundance affirmations, take a moment to really feel what you're saying. Connect with the truth behind the words. Let them settle into your body and your heart, not just your mind. You can speak these affirmations while looking in the mirror, which adds an extra layer of self-love and acceptance to your practice. You can write them in your journal, which helps anchor them into your conscious awareness. You can say them silently throughout your day whenever you need to remember your abundance truth. Now let's weave these affirmations into a simple morning ritual that will help you embody abundance from the moment you wake up. Your morning sets the tone for your entire day, and when you begin each day with abundance consciousness, you create momentum that carries forward into every interaction and opportunity. As soon as you wake up, before you even get out of bed, take 3 deep breaths and silently say, "Thank you for this new day full of abundance possibilities." This immediately shifts your consciousness from whatever dreams or worries might be lingering into gratitude and expectation of good. When you get up, take a moment to stretch your body into your abundance posture. Reach your arms up toward the sky, open your chest, and breathe deeply. Feel yourself literally reaching for abundance, opening your arms to receive all good things. This physical gesture tells your subconscious mind that you're ready to embrace the abundance available to you. As you go about your morning routine, brushing your teeth, showering, preparing breakfast, speak your abundance affirmations silently or aloud. I am ready for abundance as you brush your teeth. I deserve abundance in all forms as the warm water flows over you in the shower. My abundance benefits everyone around me as you prepare nourishment for your body. During breakfast, practice abundance gratitude by really noticing and appreciating something about your meal, the abundance of flavors, the nourishment flowing into your body, the fact that you have food to eat. This isn't about comparing your breakfast to what others might have. It's about genuinely connecting with the abundance that's already present in this simple, essential act of feeding yourself. Before you begin your workday or other activities, take 5 minutes to visualize your day unfolding with abundance and ease. See yourself moving through your day feeling confident, receiving opportunities, attracting positive people and situations. Don't force specific outcomes. Instead, feel the quality of abundance flowing through your day. Feel yourself as someone who naturally attracts good things, who is respected and valued, who easily receives what they need. This morning abundance ritual doesn't require hours of time or complicated practices. It's about infusing the simple acts of your morning with abundance consciousness, setting an intention for your day that aligns with your deepest desires and highest potential. Each element of this ritual reinforces the others, creating a powerful foundation for abundance to grow in your life. As we deepen this work together, it's important to acknowledge that even with the best intentions and practices, you might still encounter resistance to abundance. These resistance patterns, or abundance blocks, are like invisible guardians that have been protecting you from what they perceived as danger. Understanding these blocks with compassion rather than frustration is the key to transforming them. One of the most common abundance blocks is the fear of success itself. This might sound contradictory. Why would anyone fear the very thing they're trying to create? But when we look deeper, success can feel threatening to parts of us that are afraid of change, responsibility, or standing out from others. Success might mean leaving behind familiar patterns or relationships that no longer serve us, and change, even positive change, can feel scary to our nervous system. If you notice yourself sabotaging opportunities or feeling anxious when good things start happening, you might be experiencing fear of success. This isn't a character flaw. It's a protective mechanism that developed to keep you safe in some way. Perhaps you learned early that success could make you a target for jealousy or criticism. Maybe you absorbed the message that successful people are selfish or that having more than others is wrong. The gentle way to work with fear of success is to dialogue with this protective part of yourself. You might say something like, "I understand you're trying to keep me safe by avoiding success. Thank you for your protection. Now I want you to know that I'm capable of handling success with wisdom and kindness. I can be successful and still be loving, still be connected to others, still be true to my values." Another common block is the fear of failure, which creates a different kind of paralysis. When we're terrified of making the wrong choice or losing what we have, we often choose not to choose at all. We stay in safe but limiting situations because the unknown feels too risky. This fear of failure often stems from perfectionism, the belief that we need to get everything right the first time, or that making mistakes proves we're inadequate. Working with fear of failure involves redefining what failure means. What if failure wasn't evidence of your inadequacy, but simply information about what doesn't work? What if every so-called failure was actually a step closer to success because it taught you something valuable? When we can see our mistakes and setbacks as part of our learning rather than proof of our limitations, we become much more willing to take the risks that abundance requires. Sometimes abundance blocks show up as an all-or-nothing mentality. You might find yourself thinking, "I'll be happy when I have enough money," or "Once I reach this goal, then I'll feel successful." This thinking pattern keeps abundance always just out of reach because there's always another level to achieve, another amount to earn, another milestone to reach before we allow ourselves to feel abundant. The transformation here involves learning to feel abundant with what you have while still desiring more. This isn't about settling for less than you want. It's about recognizing that abundance is a way of being, not just a destination to reach. When you can feel grateful for your current blessings while simultaneously working toward greater abundance, you create a sustainable relationship with prosperity that doesn't depend on external circumstances for your happiness. Comparison is another subtle but powerful abundance block. When we constantly measure our progress against others, we either feel superior or inferior, both of which disconnect us from our own abundance path. Your abundance journey is uniquely yours, with timing and expressions that are perfect for your life circumstances and soul growth. The antidote to comparison is to remember that abundance isn't a competition. There's no limited supply of prosperity, love, or opportunities. Someone else's success doesn't diminish your chances. It actually proves that abundance is possible and available. When you can genuinely celebrate others' abundance, you align yourself with abundance energy rather than scarcity thinking. Sometimes we carry family loyalty blocks, unconscious beliefs that being more successful or abundant than our family of origin would be a betrayal of our roots. These blocks can be particularly strong because they involve love and loyalty to the people who raised us. If your family struggled financially, part of you might feel guilty or disloyal for creating abundance in your own life. Healing family loyalty blocks involves expanding your definition of loyalty. True loyalty to your family might mean breaking cycles of limitation so that future generations can have different possibilities. Your abundance can honor your family's struggles by ensuring those struggles weren't in vain. They led to your awareness and your ability to create something different. You can speak to your family line, whether living or not, and say something like, "I honor the challenges you faced and the strength you showed. Now I'm going to use that strength to create abundance, not just for myself, but as a gift to our family line. My success honors your sacrifices." As you continue transforming these abundance blocks, you begin to live differently. Living as an abundant being isn't about having a certain amount of money in your bank account. It's about embodying abundance consciousness in your daily choices and interactions. This shift from seeking abundance to being abundant creates a magnetic quality that naturally attracts more abundance into your life. Abundant beings make decisions from trust rather than fear. When faced with choices, they ask, "What would someone who trusts in abundance do?" rather than, "What's the safest option?" This doesn't mean being reckless or ignoring practical considerations. It means including trust and possibility in your decision-making process alongside practical concerns. When you live as an abundant being, you invest in yourself without guilt. You buy the good coffee, take the class that interests you, or hire help when you need it, not because you have unlimited resources, but because you value yourself and trust that investing in your well-being and growth creates returns in ways you might not even be able to imagine. Abundant beings are generous with their appreciation and acknowledgement of others. They celebrate successes, express gratitude freely, and look for opportunities to lift others up. This generosity of spirit creates positive energy that flows back to them in countless ways. People want to help, support, and collaborate with those who make them feel valued and appreciated. You begin to approach your work and creative endeavors from abundance consciousness. Instead of thinking, "What's the least I can do to get by?" you ask, "How can I add value? How can I serve? How can I bring my best to this situation?" This shift in approach often leads to increased opportunities, recognition, and financial rewards because you're operating from contribution rather than just compensation. Living abundantly also means being willing to receive compliments, help, opportunities, and gifts from others. Many people are more comfortable giving than receiving, but abundance requires both. When someone offers to help you, compliments your work, or presents an opportunity, practice saying thank you without deflecting or diminishing the gift. Your physical environment begins to reflect your abundance consciousness. You keep your space clean and organized, not because you're obsessive, but because you respect yourself and your surroundings. You might add beauty to your environment, flowers, art, music, because abundant beings surround themselves with things that nourish their souls. Even your relationship with money becomes different when you live as an abundant being. You treat money with respect and appreciation rather than fear or dismissal. You pay your bills with gratitude for the services you're receiving. You save and invest from excitement about your future rather than anxiety about scarcity. You spend mindfully, choosing purchases that align with your values and bring genuine value to your life. To support this new way of being, it's important to create an environment that reinforces your abundance consciousness. Your external environment has a powerful influence on your internal state, and when you surround yourself with abundance reminders and positive energy, you make it easier to maintain your new patterns of thinking and being. Start by looking at your physical space through abundance eyes. What messages is your environment sending you about prosperity and self-worth? If your space feels chaotic, cluttered, or neglected, it might be reinforcing scarcity consciousness. You don't need to spend a lot of money to create an abundant feeling space. You need to bring intention, care, and appreciation to your surroundings. Clear clutter from your space, particularly from areas associated with abundance like your office, your wallet, or wherever you keep financial documents. Clutter often represents stuck energy, and clearing it can create space for new abundance to flow. As you clear, thank each item for its service and release it with love if it no longer serves you. Add elements of beauty and inspiration to your space. This might be fresh flowers, inspiring artwork, crystals, or simply things that make you smile when you see them. These beauty additions remind your subconscious mind that you value yourself and your environment enough to create pleasure and inspiration in your daily life. Create a specific space in your home dedicated to your abundance practice. This could be a corner of your bedroom, a spot on your desk, or even just a small shelf where you keep items that remind you of your abundance goals and affirmations. Having a physical anchor for your abundance work helps make it more real and consistent in your life. The people in your life also form part of your abundance support system. Notice how you feel about abundance and possibility after spending time with different people. Some people naturally uplift and inspire you, while others might drain your energy or reinforce limitation thinking. This doesn't mean you need to cut people out of your life, but it does mean being conscious about whose energy you absorb. Seek out conversations, books, podcasts, and communities that support abundance thinking. Fill your mental environment with stories of possibility, success, and positive transformation. When you regularly expose yourself to abundance consciousness, it becomes more natural and automatic in your own thinking. Share your abundance journey with supportive friends or family members. Having someone who understands your growth and can remind you of your progress when you forget makes a tremendous difference. You might also find an abundance buddy with whom you can practice affirmations, share successes, and encourage each other through challenges. Create abundance reminders throughout your day. You might put inspiring quotes on your bathroom mirror, set phone reminders with abundance affirmations, or keep a small object in your pocket that reminds you of your abundance intention. These small touches help you remember your new patterns when old thinking tries to take over. Your abundance support system also includes the media you consume and the thoughts you feed your mind. Choose books, movies, music, and news sources that uplift and inspire you. This doesn't mean avoiding all challenging content, but it means being intentional about what you allow into your consciousness on a regular basis. As we come to the close of our time together this morning, I want you to take a moment to appreciate yourself for being here, for choosing growth, for opening your heart to greater abundance. The fact that you've spent this time focusing on abundance consciousness means you've already begun changing your life. Every affirmation you've spoken, every breath you've taken with awareness, every moment you've spent in abundance thinking has planted seeds that will continue growing long after our conversation ends. Your journey to abundance isn't about perfection or getting everything right immediately. It's about gentle, consistent practice. It's about choosing love over fear, trust over doubt, and possibility over limitation, one moment at a time. Some days this will feel easy and natural. Other days you might forget everything we've talked about and slip back into old patterns. Both experiences are normal and part of your growth. What matters is that you keep returning to these practices, keep choosing abundance consciousness, keep opening your heart to receive the good that life wants to give you. Each time you return to these principles after forgetting them, you strengthen your abundance muscles. Each time you choose trust over fear, you expand your capacity to receive. The affirmations we've practiced this morning are yours to keep and use whenever you need them. I am ready for abundance. Carry these words with you throughout your day. Let them be your anchor when old fears arise. Let them be your strength when opportunities present themselves. Let them be your reminder that you are worthy of all good things. Your abundance is not just about you. As you heal your relationship with prosperity, as you learn to receive and trust and expect good things, you become a beacon of possibility for others. Your abundance journey gives others permission to expand their own lives. Your success creates ripples of positive change that touch more lives than you'll ever know. Trust the process, beautiful soul. Trust your worthiness. Trust that the universe is conspiring to support your highest good. Trust that abundance in all its forms is flowing toward you right now, and all you need to do is keep your heart open to receive it. As you move through your day, carry with you the knowing that you are abundant, you are worthy, and you are deeply loved. Your abundance journey has already begun, and it's unfolding perfectly. Thank you for sharing this sacred time with me, and may your day be filled with countless reminders of the abundance that surrounds you always.